Every week I get tons of fans saying, get the Notorious MMA on the show, your Twitter handle, of course. They love you so much. Are you aware that you are beloved so much by your fans and especially Ireland?
It's grown each fight. Each fight it seems to get more and more, you know. But it's only the beginning. You know what I mean? That's what I think. This is only the beginning. I'm here to take over. I'm not here to shake no one's hand, or I'm not here to be the token Irish guy in there. I'm in there to get in and win. And that's it, you know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to showing the people of Ireland the true martial artists, you know what I mean? And showing the UFC and the world of MMA a martial artist that they haven't seen before, you know?
And here we are 10 years later. I mean, so much has happened. We go back to the night you injured yourself. What was going on? I mean, it was hard to watch you like that. You couldn't stand. You're somewhat, you know, you're larger than life in many respects. Yeah. Did you feel like the career was over? Were you down? Were you depressed? What was...
That was in my thoughts. That was my thoughts. I was like, right, okay. You know, I had already done the whole camp compromised. The leg was damaged in the camp. I was in a medical boot. So, you know, and I take it off before practice, and my practice would consist of me in open guard. I'd be in open guard. So I developed some great attacks. I developed more composure there, and game-changing shots and sequences. So I would feel confident if I had to fucking take open guard, and I would have done that. And, you know, I've got the bar in the leg, I'm able to brace on it, I'm able to kick with it, I'm kicking hard, I'm kicking fast.
You win this fight, do you get a title shot?
Yeah, I'd like so. I would like that.
You get the winner of Leon and Kamaru?
No.
Seeing you at that Jones fight and you watching Jones, that had to have reinvigorated you, right?
For sure. It's just to be around. For sure. Last time I was in Vegas, it was a tough one leaving it. That was the last time I was there.
Wow.
And I got rushed out, so I didn't even get to experience Vegas. So I was a bit upset. I had to get treatment. And I definitely got great motivation, great inspiration. He's telling his fucking story. And he's a force to be reckoned with. He is a force to be reckoned with. I'd love to see him rise up and win a world title. I know my skill level has gone way up, even in the last camps, and I'm getting better. We'll get that trilogy. That trilogy will happen at some stage for sure. Well, he was gone, and that's why he was gone, but he was still doing the show, right? So I was kind of like, you know what? We must fight. We're one apiece. It's a great rivalry, and it was a great fight. So we got to square that away for sure.
One of those that you'll be disappointed, like when you're 80, old and gray, and that fight doesn't happen, the third one, would it be a disappointment?
Am I a person not to get the fights made and done and happen? The fights I've had, when I say it, it happens.
Okay.
So I have a load of bouts left in me, and a load of stories incomplete, and I'm excited to continue on and get them done.
Are we seeing a shift in the business right now, do you think?
I hope we can continue. Well, I want to be in the UFC. That's my catalogue is in the UFC. My highlight reel is in the UFC. Of course, I'm in New York City.
Why exactly are you in New York? I saw you at the Rangers game yesterday. What are you doing here?
Well, obviously, I was on the West Coast for The Ultimate Fighter, doing the filming when it wrapped. Obviously, it's close to St. Patrick's Day. Come over, meet some accounts, meet some distributors, continue a couple of meetings.
What is the motivation?
Man, competition, it's the best buzz ever. Well, how would you not want to do it? How would you not want to make this walk and experience this whole thing? It's highly addictive, and I'm highly addicted. Am I eager to get back and do it? Not necessarily. No, I'm eager to get back and fight and compete. That's all I want to do, to be honest with you. Are they pushing for me to go back? Am I teed up to go back? Yes, I have an option. For sure. So we'll see how it goes. Let me see how this one pans out. There's still more work to be done. I still got to go and do this. They still may want me to do an audio visual thing, or I go in and say the lines again and all the rest of it, as well as the promotion. There's a lot more work to it.
Right.
So I just want to see how all of this feels to me. Then I want to see the actual finished product. Do I like it? Am I into it? I don't know. So I'm just keeping the option open. It's a phenomenal arena, phenomenal sound out of it. As you know, I think it was the highest decibels for the amount of people present. So it's a great arena. But to get a combat event in Croke Park for all us combat enthusiasts and all martial artists of Ireland, it would be a dream. So I would love to see Katie do it. And we're pushing for September. So there's, there's ins and outs. And if you're with disabilities or something that's wrong, you can find a way to compete. Look, there's another guy, Zion Clark, a wrestling champion. He's got no lower half of his body. I saw him at the event. He had his MMA debut, just recently won.
We do the interview. He's about to go announce this thing. And I went home And I was like, this might be the lowest moment of my career. I was facing the guy who had just won, who had just come back against Donald Cerrone. I'm literally staring at him in the face via screen. And I can't do this interview. You know how frustrating that is? You know, it's like looking at like a flashy toy that you want so bad, like this amazing toy, and you just can't grab it. I'm staring at him, and then he had to leave. And then we were like, maybe we'll do it on Thursday or Friday. Guess what? The world shut down on Wednesday. We never got it done.
Oof.
But we got it done this time.
And now we make good.
Now we make good.
It comes full
Can't
circle.
believe that
baby.
happened.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
I mean, that was wild. That was wild.
Is that your first time meeting him?
What do you mean? Is it my first time meeting him? Of course. He's here. We have Connor. And then I walk out.
And we did the title. It was just MMA Hour Special Edition with Connor, Conner.
Yeah.
My God, that is something. That is something. Wow. 170, as I said, first reported, I said 170. By the way, just with all the USADA stuff, I'm hearing the same, that the 6 month, just like we all thought the IVs were one thing, was pertaining to someone else. You know, this has been a thing that's been going on. So we'll see what happens. But remember, you know, we all thought that there was something with the IV stuff. Dan Hooker, Sam Makhachev, didn't seem to be that. And then we found out that the rules changed along the way. So who knows with all this stuff? It's a crazy, crazy world that we live in with all this stuff. But that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Should we do another 3 hours or what? What should we do?
I'm
That's what
going
I
home
signed up
most of the
for.
time.
Yeah. What about the line, satin sheets? What's the motivation? He seemed to be in great spirits. He seemed to be in a good headspace. He seemed to be very happy. He seemed to be energized. He seemed to be excited. He seemed to be all those things that you would want as a Conor McGregor fan. If you're a Conor McGregor fan and you watch his demeanor, and I know it wasn't the longest interview of all time. What was it, around 20 or so minutes? 19, 18, something like that?
Who was keeping track?
Who's keeping track, Frank? Here we are. Is this primetime Helwani right now?
I think so.
I feel like we're primetime Helwani right now. I feel like this is a big deal. Exuded that energy, right? Exuded that excitement, that positivity.
If you were looking for the Conor McGregor of old with the energy and the zest and that indescribable feeling that only he has, that people kind of get intoxicated by and like attracted to, that felt like that guy, right?